What's up guys, Shane Storms with Droid Modder X, and today we're going to be unboxing the Iris Plus drone from 3D Robotics. They sent me this a few weeks back. I'm just now getting some time to kind of dig into this. This is a very high quality, high powered drone, and some of the key features here are the follow me feature. You can actually set this thing to fly in the air and follow you hands-free. So you can actually launch it in the air, and when I do the review we'll go over this a little better, but you can essentially put it in the air and give it a command on your smartphone and then put your phone in your pocket or whatever, and then just kind of do your thing, ride your bike along a trail, or if you're paddling in a boat. You guys get the picture. Walking in the neighborhood, this thing will just follow behind you, and it actually tells the camera to focus in on you, so no matter where the thing flies or where you go, the camera is always centered on you. Another really cool feature here is the auto mode, which allows you to set waypoints on your smartphone, and once you launch the mission, it'll do everything all by itself. So some of these really cool shots that you see where you have to kind of like pan it and make the perfect shot, this thing's able to do it without you controlling it, because a lot of times when you're new at this, your shots can be kind of herky-jerky. And I noticed that a lot with the DJI Phantom Vision 2 Plus when I was flying that, because I wasn't perfect at flying it and I haven't done it for a long time. Some of my shots were herky-jerky. It was really difficult for me to get the perfect shot. The Iris Plus does all of that for you and allows you to get that perfect shot, which is really cool, which is pretty advanced if you ask me. So anyways, we'll go ahead and start unboxing this. Okay, so the first thing we'll look at here is the Iris Plus control. You have dual analog sticks here. One is for throttle and rotation of the device. The other is for left, right, up and down. Or left, right, forward, and backwards, I should say. There's an on-off switch here. You have different various modes. There's a standard mode, a loiter mode, and an automatic mode. These are all different modes that you'll use when you're doing like the follow me or the autonomous missions that you can do with this device. We'll get into those things later. But as you guys can see, this is a very high-powered, more advanced controller, and this whole setup is a little more advanced than like a DJI. Now, I'm not saying that you can't pick it up real easily and use it automatically. It is a little more advanced in my opinion. So we kind of set this to the side and move forward. Okay, so before we really get started here, the first thing we're going to want to do is go ahead and get the battery charged. So you'll take the charger itself and make sure that the left switch is all the way over to LiPo, and the right switch needs to be at 3 amps. Okay, and then you're going to take the charge cable here. You're going to go red in red and black in black. You'll take your power cord and plug it in to the back here. Okay, and then on the battery itself, you'll plug the yellow cord into the yellow port here, and then the white port is going to go into the center. So you'll put it in the center port here where it says 3S. And there's only really one way that it can go here. So you'll plug that in, and the light here will flash red, and then it'll flash green when it's got 10% left, and that last 10% is the longest 10% to charge. Once it's fully charged, you'll have a solid green light. Okay, so we'll take a look at everything else that comes in the box here. You have some documentation. This has warranty information. It has some how-to guides. Everything that you'll need to know about your new drone is contained within this package here. You probably want to go ahead and read this. It tells you more about the radio controller there. And then you also have blades. There's 2 types of blades here. 2 are for the silver motors and 2 are for the black. So you've got 4 blades there. You've got some travel adapters in case you go out of the country. You'll be able to plug into various outlet types. Okay, you have a second battery. This way you can have a second battery on charge, and then you'll have your fully charged battery. This way you can get more than 15 minutes of flight time, which is what you get with just one standard battery. So you'll have up to 30 minutes of flight time with those 2 batteries. Okay, you get some extra long legs. You'll install these when installing the gimbal. That way you have some room for that gimbal and camera setup. Okay, you have the gimbal itself. Pretty simple to install. Basically, you just need a couple of screws that'll screw into the bottom of the drone, and then you'll just simply plug in the power cord here into the appropriate plug on the drone to power up this nifty 3-axis gimbal. Okay, there's also an extra box with all kinds of little accessories here. We have a telemetry antenna with a USB cord that will connect to your Android device. That way you can set up your waypoints, your autonomous missions, and your follow me commands. You'll need this plugged into your Android device with a specific application to get that working. You've got a little charge cable and a USB cable for firmware upgrades. You've got some various tools. One is a prop tool for removing your props if they get a little over tightened. And then you have some Allen wrenches for installing those legs and also the gimbal. You've got a couple sets of batteries for powering up that radio controller. Okay, so you see here that we do have the drone itself. The drone is super easy to set up, and you can fly it right out of the box. All you need to do is charge up your battery, and then you'll just need to install the propellers. So you'll take the silver top propellers and place those on the silver tops. And it tells you on the propeller which way to spin it to lock. The silver one, you'll spin to the left or counterclockwise. They will auto lock. And the black ones, you'll spin counterclockwise to get those to lock. Okay, so to install the battery, you'll simply lower the hatch and plug your battery into the yellow port, slide it back into the compartment here, and then close it back up. This will go ahead and power up. Okay, then you'll press the safety button and you're ready to fly. I'm going to go ahead and set up the automatic gimbal here, so we're going to go ahead and add the long legs. So basically we're just going to loosen up the set screws on the short legs all the way until they'll slide out. And you'll replace black with black and blue with blue. Okay, so we'll just kind of slide the new one into place, and we will just turn the screw until it is getting tight. But you don't want to over tighten it. Okay, so just a few turns will do. You don't want to screw it all the way down. This is just simply a set screw. Okay, we'll just kind of rotate the device and do that on all 4 legs. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and install the gimbal. It looks pretty complicated at first, but it's really not all that complicated. So basically we want to find these pins that are kind of inset here. I don't know if you can see them very well, but they are right in there. So we're going to want the white pin to be on that center bottom pin. I'm not sure if you can even see that there, but that center bottom pin. Okay, so it's kind of difficult to connect those while recording. But basically it comes with a manual here, and it shows you exactly where to plug those in. You're going to be middle top for the white and all the way to the right in that middle row for the ground wire. So once you get those plugged in and they're nice and secure, of course you don't want to overdo it because you can easily bend those pins. Then you'll just kind of set those over the top of those 2 holes there. Okay, so we got a couple of screws here that we'll need to tighten up just to mount the gimbal to the body of the drone itself. Okay, also make sure that you do mount this with the camera facing forward like so. Okay, and then you'll just make sure to plug in the power cord. Installing the camera is going to be pretty simple here. You just remove both of the Allen bolts. You'll slide this over the top of your lens and then just slide your camera in place. Okay, once everything's in place, we're just going to screw down our face plate, and you might want to use that Allen wrench that it comes with to make things a little easier. So on the controller, you will actually turn this knob here to adjust the tilt of the camera itself. Also, you should know that having the gimbal installed and flying with a gimbal will reduce your flight time by 5 minutes. Okay, so everything is now assembled and we are ready to fly. Guys, that about wraps it up for this video. This is just the initial setup video for the Iris Plus drone from 3D Robotics. Be sure to keep it locked into this channel. I'll have a video showing you guys the actual flight of this drone and also some of the different modes. We talked about the autonomous flight and also the follow me mode. We'll dive a little deeper into that, and then we'll also have some footage from the GoPro as a distract onto the drone itself. So like I said, you want to be sure that you're subscribed. In the coming weeks, we'll have the full review. Thanks, guys, for watching. You can find more of me at droidmodderx.com. Follow me on Twitter at droidmodderx. Thanks, guys, for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.